back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive, another edition. Hope you're all doing well. Second consecutive show in a row here. Little Newburyport Clippers action, taking you inside the high school. Well, actually, they've been nice enough to come to our NCM Hub studios here, but we got a couple guys on the boys basketball team today. The always good boys basketball team at Newburyport. Henry Acton, say hello, Henry.
Hello.
There you go. And Adam Bovee. Hello, Adam.
Hello.
There you go. There's our guest today. First time on the show for both you guys, right?
Yep, that's right.
What level? Seniors?
Seniors, yeah.
Both seniors. All right. On the boys squad. Very good. How's the season going so far?
We're pretty good. We had a game yesterday. Fell short, but
Okay.
happens.
Record right now?
We're 6-4.
6-4. All right. So you're in good shape there. Weird to be a senior with a coaching change, right? You get. I know you guys all love to coach Dave Clay. We love him here on the show too.
Yeah.
The coach Mark Elmendorf is now leading the program. What's been the biggest adjustment for you guys?
I mean, we obviously Coach Clay. Like, we all love Coach Clay. Just a super, passionate guy.
Yeah.
But like Elmendorf's also been our assistant coach for a few years, and we know him.
Yeah.
So it's been sort of a smooth change for us, at least.
Yeah, that made it easier than just having somebody off the street come in.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone completely new. Exactly.
Yeah. Is it tough it is still there must be differences though. I know obviously every head coach. Is it as a senior, are you kind of like you hear that news and you're like, oh, not before my senior year?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's just like any change, you don't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
But
then again, you guys are kind of the COVID generation, so
yeah,
you guys are kind of you guys are ready for any change, right?
Yeah.
What's the what would you say is the biggest difference? Is there like a different style of play, or are those guys groomed from the same cloth, or?
It is a little different style. I mean, we play a little slower. Like prior years, we played very fast. Like,
yeah, I remember
full
that.
court, yeah.
Yeah.
This year it's a little slower, but overall, I mean, it's the same game.
You guys are intentionally trying to slow the pace down a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there are teams that are just better at that. Who's the anybody on your squad kind of surprising you guys as seniors this year? Like a young player making an impact?
Yeah, I mean, most of our team is actually underclassmen this year. Like, really, for the starters at least, it's just Bove and I for seniors.
Oh, really?
And the other two of them are sophomores, and then we have a junior.
Oh, wow.
But one of the kids that's really stepped up is Carson Gretz. He's a sophomore. He's one of our big men. And last year he was on JV, but this year he's made the team, and he's been really good.
Well, pretty much, we only have 3 guys that played varsity last year, and so the whole team is all completely new.
So that is a young team. Yeah, so you're starting 2 sophomores too. That's kind of unusual. I don't know. I guess.
Usually.
And they're also both of them are big men, which is kind of weird. Like having the big guys be our youngest guys.
Yeah. There's I'm sure. I mean, that puts a little bit more pressure on you guys as leaders, right? I mean, it's
a little bit.
I'm sure there's stuff you see. I don't want to say immaturity, but even like basketball immaturity, just stuff that you haven't seen.
For sure, yeah.
What's a good example of that? Like, there been moments where you like pulled the kid aside and been like, "Don't do that."
A little bit. I mean, sometimes it's just focus. Like, obviously they're younger; they haven't been through it all, so just like losing focus sometimes.
Yeah, even in like practice, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm sure coach puts a lot of pressure on you guys too, because if you're especially as a new coach, if you lose like your older leaders,
right?
Not that you would ever lose you guys, but you know what I mean. Like, there are teams that you kind of you can lose the locker room, and you got to make sure that like your leaders are on board with you. Do you guys have a good relationship, and you guys in the coaches room all the time? Or?
Definitely, yeah. He's been, obviously, we just said it's been with us past couple years, so we've been able to build like a good relationship with him. And, that's kind of just carried over.
Who's the do you guys usually like let your play do the talking, or are you guys pretty vocal out there in practice and on the court?
For me, I wouldn't say I'm the most vocal person. I sort of would rather lead by example, I guess. Especially on the court. But there's definitely some guys on our team that are loud and like to talk a lot.
Who's the loudest?
Well, on the court, I'm not sure, but off the court, it's definitely the underclassmen.
It's usually the point guard, right? Isn't the point guard usually pretty loud?
Yeah, Bove's pretty loud. Bove usually calls the plays.
Yeah.
But off the court, it's usually the underclassmen who are, having a good time.
Annoying you. They're annoying you.
They're fun to be around, though. So
that's good. Is it a good group chemistry-wise?
Yeah. Everyone gets along. It's locker room's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's important with basketball because
Definitely, yeah.
it's really all about chemistry. You got 5 individuals,
Right.
it doesn't work, right? What about is people still we doing pasta parties these days? Like, what's
Yeah.
yeah, we're back
Yeah.
to pasta parties.
Oh yeah, because I wasn't even thinking
Yeah.
COVID, but
they
they
weren't
went
allowed to COVID year,
Yeah.
or 2 years during COVID. For 2
So
seasons.
your sophomore and junior years were pretty COVID influenced, is that right?
Yeah, sophomore year, we were both on the team. It was shortened season,
Yeah.
no state tournament,
Playing with masks, right?
playing with
Yeah.
masks, and then
Insane basketball.
yeah, it was brutal. And then last year, the first like 2/3 of the season we had masks, and then the last, weren't we? Was it? We were allowed
Yeah,
to take
it
them
was
off
like-
towards the end.
During playoffs, we got to take them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the beginning of the season, during practice, during everything,
Yeah, we had to wear masks.
and like just breathing through that, like just like sweat and like everything
Just
getting
soaked.
clogged up. It was
Yeah.
horrible.
So
I
bad.
can't even imagine, as somebody who plays still basketball recreationally, like I
Yeah.
can't imagine playing at a
Yeah.
high level. Like,
You're breathing heavy, and it's like stuck in your mouth, sucking it. It's
Yeah.
just
ugh.
not very ideal.
And then I think it probably depended on the ref, right? But they would like some players would just like not wear
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing fully, and
Yeah.
some refs are
Yeah.
more sticklers on it than others.
And then
Exactly.
like half of our team was still getting COVID at the same time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like stopping anything.
Kids in and out
Yeah.
for
Oh,
a couple
man.
weeks.
That is the worst.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, brighter days. Again, Henry Acton, Adam Bovee joining us, boys basketball squad here, Newburyport, 6-4 in the young season. So what is that? Is that like halfway through?
I think so.
Around
Like,
halfway.
Yeah.
Around 20 regular season games. So yeah,
Yeah. So you got.
about halfway.
So you're in a good position. From what I consider to be a good position, you're right where you want to be as far as making a tournament push here and
Mhm.
going forward. You think this group has what it takes to make a tournament run? Or?
Yeah, like we definitely do. Definitely some stuff to clean up, but we've definitely shown some good flashes of what we can be, and we're definitely capable of maintaining that level.
Flashes of brilliance.
Yes, exactly.
What team have you enjoyed? It doesn't have to be this year, but career beating up on in the Cape Ann League. Is there like a rivalry you enjoy?
Any bordering team, pretty much. Triton, Pentucket, Amesbury.
Yeah,
It's always fun to beat them.
those ones. Okay,
Yeah.
pick one of those, sir. There's got to be one. This next. All sports too. It doesn't just have to be basketball.
I feel like Triton.
Is it still Triton?
Yeah.
That's why I was asking. Is it used to all like? It's
Yeah.
funny. I've been around here for like, I don't know, like 6 years now. It always like very rarely was the answer not Triton, but I feel like some other like rivalries have kind of picked up steam over the years. I
Little
don't know.
bit.
Yeah.
But it's not like Like I don't know if we've ever lost to Triton.
We've
Like
never
while
lost
we've
Triton.
been for any sport.
Oh.
So like
I mean,
I don't know.
I also like if you're considering other sports, North Reading. I like beating them a lot just
Yeah.
because they're just don't like them.
They tend to be good too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They got
so it's
good
always a good
programs.
game, and then we always beat them.
That is a huge part of rivalries. That's what you
Yeah.
were getting at. If like
Yeah.
if you're just beating up on somebody, it really
Exactly.
doesn't become
That's
a
like
rivalry.
the Triton rivalry's there, but they haven't been
Yeah.
very great the past couple years. So
Okay.
if you want to talk about good games, then North Reading. We've had good games with them.
All right. Very good. What's the what is the kind of the goal in practice these days? Like, is there a are you still trying to gel as a team fully, or is there like, are you guys trying to work on one thing in particular? For like for the non-basketball fan, like, what's the number one key you guys are trying to work on to get better for the second half of the season?
I think it sort of has changed. Like in the beginning of the season, it was a lot of conditioning.
Yeah.
Just because like guys were coming. Some kids played fall sports. Some kids didn't.
Some kids came in out of
yes,
shape.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but now it's sort of we're focusing on the smaller things, like just like in general shooting.
Yeah.
We've had some off game shooting, but we work a lot on shooting, cutting down turnovers,
Yep.
and then
Those don't make coaches happy, do they?
yeah, not at all. And then recently we've been doing a lot of like we know we're gonna be in close games, so coach will like set up on the clock like 2 minutes left, up 3, and we'll just go like 5v5 really and just play it out.
Pressure moments.
Yeah,
Moments.
exactly.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of that recently.
Well, that's good. The I always like asking the basketball. So my theory on basketball, more than any other sport, I do think it's the hardest sport to officiate.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Fair.
But I will say, I've called some of the high school games. I don't know if you guys have seen me up there over the years. Not
Maybe, yeah.
too many, but every now and then. I think I'm doing a couple of years coming up here, maybe for the station. I'll say hello. But some of the officiating is not spectacular.
Agreed. Yeah.
You don't have to agree to anything. In fact, I'd rather you not. I don't want Kyle getting mad at me. But what do you guys do as leaders? Like, because I'm sure. Do you guys have conversations with officials at the high school level, especially as seniors?
I mean, yeah, if I'm getting annoyed sometimes with them, I'll ask him a question, but
Yeah.
you tend to not.
You don't really want the sophomore kid going up there yelling at her.
Exactly,
because,
right. But I mean, even like when captains meet at the beginning of the game, they'll pick one person from each team to talk for the team. Be like, if you have a question for the ref, like this person will talk. So
Oh, the ref will do that?
Yep.
Oh.
So like last game against Georgetown, they declared one person for Georgetown to talk for their team, and then one person from our team to talk for our team.
What if you're not on the floor?
No one
See,
will talk.
that's a good point. You really need like 2 or 3, right? Sorry, go ahead.
But I mean, you tend to not try and talk to them just because if you're always complaining, they're obviously not going to give you the calls.
Yeah.
So like, we really just tell guys like, just move on. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. They're not gonna. If you complain, they're not gonna change the call.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
And it is. There's no doubt it's a hard job.
oh yeah, for sure.
And I mean, you guys are still. If you guys had to actually have, I mean, I keep hearing and reading like there's this officiating shortage.
Mhm.
I'm sure you guys have seen some rough stuff over the years, and they're
Yeah.
like, no wonder why nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
But are you guys being actually affected by that right now? Have you had any like
It hasn't affected us yet.
that you might not even know if it's affected you? Maybe there's some behind the scenes stuff.
True.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we were aware of it, but we haven't
Yeah.
really had any problems with it. So
Does that hit the kids like talk about that? Like, because I remember I used to play sports, and like I remember like playing in a basketball game once, and I wasn't even in high school yet. It's like some travel team, and like I'll never forget. Like I know the parent's name right now in my head. I just seeing a parent go crazy. One of our teammates. Like the guys on the bench were like, well, "This is pretty embarrassing."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's like, do you guys see moments like that? Like not necessarily parents, but like referees do get it pretty hard, especially at
Yeah.
that high school level.
sometimes. I mean, I've
Yeah.
like had incidents with it. Like I've seen it in games that I've been off the field, on the field, on
Yeah.
the court, off the court. So I know here and then. It's not. Yeah.
You guys seem pretty laid back, so maybe you're
Yeah.
I don't know.
everything's
Sometimes.
fine.
Sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's always better if you can keep your cool, right? I mean, officials get hyped up, they'll give you a quick tea if you.
Yeah. Actually, a kid in our last game from Georgetown was in the stands, got kicked out.
Wait, say that again. So
So a kid. So we were playing Georgetown, and a Georgetown fan, one of the students, got kicked out of the game from the ref.
just a random fan.
Yeah, just from just talking on the sidelines.
You threw out a fan.
Yeah.
He did.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't even.
Did
hear
he
what
deserve it?
I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know
We
what
were
happened.
on the whole other side of the court, and the guy was just like, "All right, blew the whistle, stop the play, and threw the kid out." Yeah.
Mid action.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
That is interesting. Well, refs do hear all usually. I
Yeah.
don't know. Must have been something bad he
I
said.
know, right?
Interesting. I'd like to know the end of that. What actually happened. Henry Acton, Adam Bovee joining us. Newburyport boys basketball, 6-4 on the not so young season anymore. Moving right along, and we will have hopefully a nice tournament. You guys kind of have this pressure of like making the. You guys are always in the tournament at Newburyport.
Mhm.
You don't want to be the senior class that ends that, right? You guys feel that pressure a little bit. Do you know how many
bit.
years in a row it's been? It feels like forever.
Yeah. Ever since we've been here, at least.
Yeah.
And not only the tournament, like I think we're like 4-time Cal champions, like back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
So,
Who's the top? Who's at the top of the Cal right now?
I think
so the way the Cal works, it's split into 2 like
Oh, that's
divisions.
right.
So technically, we're the top of our division right now, but the top of the whole Cal is Man Essex.
Okay.
And we played them our first game, we lost, but
They're
it was
good?
close. They're good.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been good for a few years now, but we're on the top of our part of the Cal, which is really all that matters for us.
Was that game on the road, the Man Essex
No,
one?
it's home.
Oh,
it's
they
a
came
Friday
in.
night
It's
too.
another thing that doesn't happen too often
I
is
know.
they come in and
Blew a
win.
lead too.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you guys are over that.
Yeah. Yes.
Not.
I don't like to talk about that.
All right. Yes, you guys didn't forget any details, and we blew a lead. Well, that's good. That's good. Did you play them again? Do you play the other side twice, or?
No. You only play the teams in your division in your half twice.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yep.
Well, there you go. Probably there is something to those like tough losses that might make you better in the end, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, and we've had a few because we were part of this Christmas tournament with a bunch of D1 teams.
Yeah.
So we played like Beverly,
they're
which is
always
obviously a huge school.
Yeah.
And we played Methuen, which is another just like they had some crazy athletes.
Yeah,
So like I think those games will really prepare us. Like
How much of
going
your
forward.
game planning goes into like I mean, it's not. I know a lot of work goes into it, but it's definitely, you just don't have the resources like you do in college. You don't have like scouts that can go watch their teams all the time. I mean, you try to get video and stuff, but how much of your game planning goes into like each individual game? Like you go to play Methuen, like do you know a lot about them when you go, or when you get there you're kind of like, oh boy, athletic?
Yeah, it's different. Like the tournament games, we didn't do a lot of scouting. We kind of just showed up and played.
The Christmas tournament,
yeah. But
I bet you will for any postseason tournament.
Oh yeah, definitely. Of course. But our coach is pretty on top of scouting for our regular season games. Like the day before our games, we'll sit down for 10-15 minutes and he'll go over who everyone's guarding, what their personnel, what they run defense, blah blah blah.
Oh, okay. So that is pretty extensive.
Yeah. So he's very on top of being prepared for games.
All right. Well, that's good. What's the what would you say was that the toughest loss, that first one so far? That Manchester. Well, what's been the toughest loss of the career so far?
This year probably.
It doesn't have to be this year.
I'd say this year the first game, the Man Essex game, just because like
we're not over that one. Okay.
Yeah, it was just like our first game Friday night at home with like everyone there. It kind of sucks to like get off to a bad start.
Packed house, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys must love the fan support.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a tough place to play.
Mm-hmm. It's a small gym, so it gets pretty loud.
And are you guys like both shooters?
I'm not.
Admittedly so.
I haven't hit a 3 all year.
You prefer to get to the rim?
Someday.
Yeah.
You say someday.
Yeah.
He's working on it. Very good. You're more of a shooter?
Yeah.
On
and off.
What is it like shooting? For those of you who don't know, at least it has been. I haven't been there this year. I'm assuming they didn't rebuild the thing. There's like that one end, right, where the optics are a little bit off. Like there's a sidewall.
Yeah.
So you guys don't even think about it anymore. That's a huge home court advantage.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to it now, but definitely the far end. It's the hoop is straight and the wall in the back is like slanted.
Yeah, it kind of goes. So it runs away from you.
Yeah, so one half is closer and one half's farther away, so it looks like the hoop is almost slanted, but it's really not.
I remember my first time in that gym. Somebody pointed that out to me, and I don't think I could ever make a shot in here now.
Yeah.
I was like I was just so messed up by it.
Although now that I think about it, I usually hit more shots second half when we're going when we're not on that side.
You know, the radio guy really made me think about something, and
I always wondered why, and I never really considered that because I was so like just played there so long, I never really thought about it anymore.
Yeah.
But
I wonder.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe. Don't let me get in your head now.
Yeah.
But that's actually probably a home court advantage, right? Definitely. At least you guys get to practice in there. But
true.
And you got great crowds. I mean, is there any other buildings that mimic rival your fan support? Hostile environments you played in?
I haven't seen any yet, really.
Pentucket had a pretty good crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't like you guys, like, right? That's the rivalry.
Yeah. They have a huge gym now too, so like.
Yeah, their new school.
Oh, how is it?
It's super nice.
It's super nice. It's like. Yeah, but like, it's so big, like it kind of takes away from like any student section because it's like.
Oh yeah.
It's just like a pack of kids, but the gym's like huge.
Yeah. So, gotcha.
Compared to ours, where it's just like it feels like everyone's right room. There.
Yeah, they're right on top of you. Yeah. Newburyport. Yes, they're kind of drawn back in Pentucket.
Yeah.
The what is your favorite gym to shoot in, or just whatever feel comfortable in? What's the
probably ours?
But not besides yours. I meant to say that. Yeah, I know it's Newburyport, but
I mean the new Pentucket one felt pretty nice.
You like shooting in there?
Yeah.
New court, new hoops.
Yeah.
I mean it felt good.
I remember my floor at Danvers High. I noticed my cousin plays volleyball now, so I was in there recently. And they've redone the whole thing. Mm-hmm. But when I was there, like it literally, like you could have. We tried every shoe. It was just the most slippery floor. Yeah. Like to the point where referees had to like be lenient on travel calls. You know what I mean? Like
you're sliding.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have played in gyms with that. I can't stop.
Right.
A little bit of ice skating out here, but whatever that stuff was they used to make back in the day, that's horrible. Horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, now they're doing. What do you guys have? You guys have all turf fields in Newburyport now, right?
Pretty much.
You got a sweet gym. Facilities in Newburyport are pretty good.
Right.
Do you guys play other sports other than basketball?
Yeah, soccer. We're on the soccer team.
Both soccer is a pretty good soccer team.
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good squad.
Decent.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What was that like?
It was awesome.
Yes.
It's like a once in a lifetime experience. It was just amazing.
So I don't think I talked to you guys before some of your guys. Before the tournament run. I don't think I actually talked to you guys after you won. So what's that? Walk me through that final game. As soon as I ask you about the final, what are the memories that come back?
I don't know. It's kind of like a blur.
I mean, everybody knows around here, but for those of you who don't know, state champion Newburyport squad.
Yeah.
I mean, going into it, definitely nervous.
Yeah, really.
That's probably the biggest crowd I've played soccer in front of. It was Manning Field in Lynn.
Oh yeah.
The stadium, packed crowd, so many people there.
You know, there's some major people have played that. They used to do concerts there.
Yeah.
Aerosmith.
Really?
Really?
Actually, I didn't know that.
You did? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There you go. And I have family. My dad's family was from Lynn, and there was apparently for like my first 8 months of my life, I lived right next to Manning Field.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then my mother said we're moving, but apparently I don't remember it at 8 months old. But yeah, Aerosmith, a bunch of bands used to play. Anyway, sorry to ruin your story. Huge, epic place.
Yeah. Very close game, very good team. And then how much time was left when he scored?
It's like 20 minutes,
yeah,
15,
20 minutes left.
What is it? How many do you guys play? Did you play 90?
80.
Yeah,
80.
2 40-minute
So you
halves.
scored in the 70th minute,
Yes.
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah,
Well,
around there.
however they did.
Yeah.
What
And the place just erupted. It was just chills.
Who was it again? Who'd you beat?
Dedham.
Dedham.
Yeah.
So there were. So is it? Did you guys know as that like in soccer? Sometimes you just feel the rhythm of a game. It's like it's gonna take one.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, pretty much. I mean, we're undefeated, but pretty much every game we kind of felt we had momentum. So.
Who got the goal?
Grady Conley.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah.
I've seen a video of it.
It was a pretty nice
It was good.
goal.
Yeah.
It was
like chippy in front. And he got good placement on it.
Yeah.
Put it
Yeah.
in.
When you guys, what's the thought when that ball goes in?
Relief. I mean, obviously,
Just started running after him. That's all I did. I don't remember what I was thinking.
I don't think I was on the field. I think I was subbed out for that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I was on the bench, but I was next to come off, and then the guys that are going off and on will stay at like the front of the bench. So I was next to like Will, Rosa. I don't know. We just erupted, hugging our coaches, stuff like that.
Yeah. And then you gotta settle back down because you get 20
exactly.
minutes to protect it,
All
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody settle down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great, man. What a run. But I mean, undefeated. I mean, I talk about some of those tough losses. Like some people would say, it was almost wish they got handed a rough loss at the end of the season. Just
Right.
you know, because I mean, how many teams do that? It's just
Yeah.
it's the Patriots, right? But
Yeah.
you guys, it's weird. You guys are probably young for that, but you guys probably remember that run a little bit when they're
Yeah.
undefeated, and like it's just sometimes it doesn't help you to go undefeated.
Right.
It's just, you know, you can get, but you guys pulled it off, man.
Yeah.
Have you had like time to? I know it's a whole nother season, and high school life moves fast. It's senior year, but like, do you think you'll like at some point just be like, oh man, I hope I appreciated that season like nothing else.
Yeah, we've had like the state championship game was like a Saturday. Then we had like tryouts the next Monday for
Yeah.
basketball. So we've
Yeah.
had like no time.
Well, because the season pushes you so late. You're the only ones playing at that
I know.
time, right?
So we haven't had much time to like reflect on it, but we haven't even had our banquet yet because like so many kids are playing winter sports. So our banquet's in like March for
Wow.
soccer.
It'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to hear that because I do remember that like just that's the whole life speeding up thing. But like you guys, I mean, I have some of my best friends are still high school friends, but like that particular group, just because of the year you had, you guys will always be like linked together and close in some way.
Definitely.
Whether I don't know,
mean,
it's just kind of a cool thing you earned. You know?
We definitely got very close throughout the season. Like all the time, we're just hanging out as a team.
Yeah.
Someone's house or getting food. Like
Most of the great teams have that sort of chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's one other good story too. He was in here. Names, you guys know I'm terrible at, but one of the guys that was injured started the tournament. He came back for the final game.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he was in. He got subbed in and had a great 15, 20 minutes or something like
Oh,
that.
really? That's cool.
Yeah.
You guys must have loved that. You guys had like the poetic everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know?
I know.
That's awesome.
Seriously.
Well, yeah, congratulations for that. It's
Thank you.
funny. We've been talking basketball the whole time, but I remember in the back of my head Kyle saying, those boys actually played soccer too, just so you know. So any chance we get to congratulate you guys, we will do it. Amazing season. So just do it again for basketball here. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
That would be something.
Excellent. I will see you at the court. I think I don't know what our schedule is. I know we're doing a couple of your games, so it'll be fun. I'll have Sarah Blackstone here can give you the schedule here after the show. I don't know. You guys have the mayor doing your games. The mayor loves his basketball.
Yeah, he's been there.
Seen him a couple times.
He does a good job for you guys too, so that'll be good. All right. Well, excellent. Next, what is one thing people can expect to see if they come out to see Newburyport Clippers basketball? What's your little sales pitch to the community?
Game Friday night at home. It's I mean, they'll probably be.
You guys play a lot of Fridays, so
Yeah.
So give me a more general brand
Um,
of basketball sort of thing.
Usually Friday nights are the games to be at.
Okay.
just because that's
You
when,
love packing it in on
Yes.
Friday nights.
just because that's when all the students can come and that's when
Yeah,
it gets
yeah.
loud and it's fun to watch. It's fun
Yeah.
to watch.
I get that.
Last Friday night home game we were down 14, came back and won, and the place was loud and it was a lot of fun.
So there you go, fans. They appreciate the home fan support. See
Yes.
that? You make a difference.
Yes.
Want to add anything to that, Henry?
I agree with both. Just Friday night games, and also like
You know what? If there's a
We've-
Tuesday night game, you could get a crowd there on a
those are
Tuesday.
great too. But
Tuesdays are good games too, but
we've had
Fridays.
so many games where we've been down, like Bovee mentioned, like down whatever. But we have a lot of great shooters, so we're like always in the game.
Just not you, as you say.
Just not
admittedly.
me. I set them up, I guess.
There you go.
But yeah, we're always in the game, so that's what you can expect.
Awesome. All right. Well, good. Finish strong. Go make a tournament run here. Put yourself in a good position. A little rapid fire to end the show. You guys good with this?
Yeah.
All right. First thing that comes to your head. They're easy, but we get to learn your first time on, so we got to do the. This is the rule. First time on, you got to do the rapid fire to end the show. Henry, you want to go first? This
Sure.
should just be the order. You take
Sure.
it first, and
and then me.
yep, Adam, you have the benefit of going second. Favorite food.
Pizza.
Burgers.
Favorite class.
Oh, English, probably.
Math.
Favorite teacher.
I'll say Miss Crofts.
Mr. Elmendorf.
Oh, is he the gym teacher?
He's like a sub we have.
Okay. Oh, all
I'm
right.
trying to think.
I'll let you get away with it. It's okay. Favorite TV show?
Stranger Things.
Good one.
I'll go with that. Stranger
Okay.
Things.
Favorite musician?
Drake.
Just taking all my answers.
Yes. Go on, second.
I'll try and switch it up. I'll go. What do I listen to? I'll go Morgan Wallen. Country.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Very popular. He's doing like 2 nights at Fenway or something.
I want. It's expensive, but
I
I'd like
quite
to go.
realized. I didn't realize how. I didn't think he could do that at Fenway, but good for him. And who's in charge of the locker room music, by the way? That's you.
Yeah, that's him.
All right. But I would imagine Morgan Wallen's not necessarily the.
He's not on
He's
the
not on the list. Okay. Good to know. And we get a lot of young kids that watch middle school age. They like seeing you guys on in particular in this show. What is the one advice you would give to like the middle schooler? They want to be seniors playing varsity sports someday at Newburyport or whatever. What's the one piece of advice you give them?
I mean, obviously, like saying just work hard is pretty generic, but like, I think it's a mix of like working hard and just like consistency. For whatever sport you're playing, just like year round, just like always finding time if you really do love that sport. So
Yeah, kind of same thing. Just you can't like expect to just like have it come to you. You got to really work for it. We
Yeah.
have some young freshmen on the JV team who play basketball like year round. They're in the gym every day, and I can see big things coming for them. But that's because they put the work in.
Yeah. And basketball is. It's funny you mentioned JV. I just thought about it, but it is one of those sports. There's only so many roster spots, you
Yeah.
know. So
Mhm.
Right.
you can't get discouraged if you don't make
exactly.
certain
And
teams.
like Henry said, yeah, consistency. Like,
Yeah. And keep playing. What's that story? Is it what day was he's the Michael Jordan, right? He got cut from his freshman team or whatever.
yeah.
Keep going. Well, boys, pleasure talking to you. Henry Acton, Adam Bovee, not only Newburyport basketball seniors, but also members of the title, the champions Newburyport Clippers soccer squad as well, which still makes them smile
of course.
when I say that. So, very congratulations on that. Good luck on the rest of the basketball season, boys.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
been fun. Thanks for coming in on your off day. It's midterms week, right?
Midterms week off. Today.
There you go. How many tests you got left?
4.
They have no idea.
Yeah,
No.
3 or 4. A lot
4 each?
left.
Oh, man, you guys are in it. Get out of here. Go
Yeah,
study.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Thanks for jumping aboard for another day, everybody. We will see you next time from the NCM Hub Studios in Newburyport. Peace.